Good morning, YouTube. Excalibur. Pumpkin seeds. Sprouted buckwheat. I'm Master Lukey. I'm a professional martial artist and health coach. And this is my DINO TRAX recipe. Let's fix this camera here. Camera stand. Not good enough. Okay, first things first. We're gonna make fizzy shots, fizzy drinks. Right here is 12 lemons juiced. Already, that was off camera. This is apple cider. Now the important part of the recipe is the lemon juice. You can use apple, you don't have to. You can use other juices. So, the way I make it is different ways to make it. The way I make it is with ice in the bottom. Okay. Ice in the bottom. And then I put the second major part of the recipe, which is the sodium bicarbonate. I like to go with like a 1/3 to a 1/2 teaspoon per serving. So you got your ice and you got the bicarb on top, and then I just pour the juice right on top of that. Because it's cold, it won't fizz up as quickly. Giving you a chance to drink it. Otherwise, it could shoot right up and get all over the place. Excuse me. First things first, hydrate and alkalize. I've been doing a lot of fasting lately, like straight fasting, you know. No sugar, no honey. And yesterday, it was day 4, I decided to eat. And I went a little overboard. I had a whole container of walnuts, a whole container of pistachios, 6 mangoes, first I had a pack of dried figs, then I had 6 mangoes, then I had half a watermelon, and then there was a little container, not a little, it was actually a decent sized container, of sprouted buckwheat left over from my last week's DINO TRAX. So I ate that with coconut sugar and ginger on it. And so my stomach is just full and I'm regretting it, but this is helpful. The other thing is, if you're new to my channel, you might not know, but I was in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and due to the training and fighting, I received mild traumatic brain injury. And so that, in combination with being raised as a vegetarian on grains and dairy, I have moderate depression, and for that I take lion's mane. So I'm going to take a teaspoon of lion's mane right now. Tastes good. It kind of reminds me of carob or cocoa. Alright, the grain's really bad for kids growing up, attention span, all that. Combine that with television, video games, blue screen today, computers, you know, phones and stuff. My attention. I got ginkgo now. Okay? You don't really need a reason to take this, but I take it because I work pretty much all day and I quit caffeine. So the next two ingredients, this one I take every day, ginseng. This one I'm also starting to take every day because I'm off caffeine. Mormon tea, also known as Brigham tea, also known as American ephedra. So these two are my energy stack. I also have tribulus and yohimbe. Take that for actually working out, but this is just for my daily grind. Ginseng and Mormon tea. I'm going to do another fizzy shot. And the rest of the juice I'm going to put in this container here. So I can use the blender now. Make DINO TRAX. Just rinsing it out. Okay. So the DINO TRAX recipe is right here. This one happens to be the pizza TRAX, which is the same recipe except it has onion, garlic, and oregano in it. So I think maybe I'll do half and half. I'll do two batches of regular, 2 batches of pizza. I haven't decided for sure, but I'll put that over here. One of the ingredients is chia. So let me get that ready. Chia. And that needs to be soaked. So get this little bowl here. Okay. And I'll cover that with water. She is very thirsty, you know, and suck that water right up. So, ooh. Let's see if I can position this camera so you can get a good angle here. I'll move something out of the way of this. How's that? This, and now I can turn this. There you go. How's that? Is that a good angle? So this I don't need right now. Stir these chia seeds up. You really got to stir them right away in the water because otherwise they clump, which is something that I'm now reminded of as they are clumping. You should be stirring as you pour the water in, and you should actually, I think, pour the chia into the water. All right. Good enough for now. Okay. Other ingredients that we're going to pull out is Celtic sea salt. And apple cider vinegar. Got my measuring cups. And what is this? Quarter teaspoon. Okay. So everything's just laid out, and I'm gonna go down the list on the recipe. So the first thing is 4 cups buckwheat. Four cups buckwheat. Here's the cup. Get a little spatula here. I'm trying not to spill. 1 cup. 2 cups. 3 cups. 4 cups. Next up, 3 cups pumpkin seeds. One cup, 2 cups, 3 cups. Okay, half cup Irish moss. Irish moss has already been washed and blended. So there's a half cup Irish moss. Third of a cup apple cider vinegar. So this one's already open. It's almost a third, but put a little more. And 3 halves of a cup. Wait, hold on, I missed the chia. Half cup chia. Okay, chia's in there. Okay, now 3 halves of a cup water. One, 2, 3. 3 halves of a cup water. 1/2 of a cup nutritional yeast. This is the unfortified. Okay, and this is a 1/4 cup measure, so I'll just put 2 of these. 1, 2. Okay, we got 2 teaspoons of Celtic salt. One, 2. Okay, and then this recipe says 1/2 teaspoon sodium bicarbonate. That's a 1/4 teaspoon. That's a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, and now that's going to be it, because if I put the rest of the ingredients it would be pizza TRAX, but I'm going to do regular first and then pizza after. So this will be blended. My Vitamix. So, this recipe's been years in the making. Ever since I studied with Dr. David Jubb, starting in 2005, at his restaurant / outpatient clinic in New York City, Jubb's Longevity. I received my Life Food Chef certification, and then I further trained with him in 2012 into 2013 when I was leaving Ultimate Fighting and dealing with traumatic brain injury. He put me on a specific protocol of nutritional healing, which had a major focus on pumpkin seeds. So, since then, I've had different recipes using pumpkin seeds, and this is the one that I've come up with to be the best for food production as far as a commercial product goes. It has a long shelf life because it's going to be dehydrated. And the recipe itself is very versatile. As a cracker, it can be eaten alone, and the size of the cracker that I'm going with is large, so it can be made into a sandwich or a pizza. And then it can have different flavors. It can have a sweet graham cracker flavor, which I'm working on, the pizza flavor that I mentioned, or the regular cheese flavor. But even before my brain injury, when I was primary care provider for my sons, I was working on a recipe similar to this with the sprouted buckwheat, and I was calling it golden turtles. And that was my answer to goldfish. Because live food is the healthiest way to eat. And my family started to give things to my kids that I didn't approve of and were causing them to get sick. Goldfish, for example, goldfish crackers. And the casein molecule in the cheese is actually an opiate. It's called casomorphin. And so my son got addicted and still is to this day. But I can't give up. My mission is to make Master Lukey brand a household trusted name. And I'll never be happy until I get my kids back. And the only way I can do that is becoming financially successful so that I can provide for them. Thankfully, my father has given me a place to live here in his building. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford it. I was homeless for years. because I didn't want to give up on my League of Champions. That's my answer to mixed martial arts fighting. No head contact in my league. And a new digital scoring system for action instead of damage. And my plan is to build that as a sports league and have a line of health food connected to Master Luki brand through that. So it's like Wheaties, but healthy. You know how Wheaties is associated to sports figures. Oh, he had a good performance, he must have ate his Wheaties. And people see Master Luki fighting. And then we have Master Luki brand health food. It's not out of the ordinary. A lot of brands have been developed with kind of a dual approach like that. You have the attraction and the product. Some of them actually are built around the product. Like, for example, you get a TV show that is created to sell the action figure. I think that was the thing with Transformers. Okay. So I purposely made it 3 cups of dough because I'm gonna have to figure out the macros. I'm gonna also have to figure out the pricing. So the math is gonna be important here. But it's 3 cups of dough to make 1 sheet of TRAX. And these are just going to be eaten by me and the closest people to me. So I don't have to actually measure every batch. I just want to make sure that I am getting 6 cups in each blender. Looks like it's pretty accurate. That's 2. Perfect. blender is giving me 2 trays of cookies, crackers. So my calculations are going to be, how much did it cost in each blender, and then basically from that I can figure out what my markup is going to be to profit. For profit. And this, I'll put it in the sink. The way it was taught to me by David Jubb, PhD, is to go to one corner first. All the way as far as you're going to go. Tease it out. And then just bring it all around so that it's even. Okay. So cha-ching. Alright, that's one. I only have a certain amount of ingredients, so we'll see how many batches I can actually make. And I also have to babysit at 10. It's now 9 o'clock. Okay, I got time. So, where were we? We're starting with the... I do have to clean this 1 cup measurer because I'm using it for the buckwheat now. Let me just... Not that it's dirty, it's just that I don't want the buckwheat to stick to it, so I can get an accurate measurement. Okay. How's that? 4 cups buckwheat. I was just reading the other day how amazing buckwheat sprouts are. Holy. So easy to make too. And you can make this into a cereal. It's a complete protein and full of antioxidants. It's great for digestion. It's low glycemic, so if you got candida, it's okay. This recipe's okay if you have candida. Okay, so now let's use this for the pumpkin seeds. Actually, no, it's okay to use this. So we need 3 cups. There's 1. Okay, there's a little bit of pumpkin seeds in this jar here. 2 cups, look at that. More than a whole cup in there. Okay. 2 cups. Three cups. All right. Next is 1/2 cup chia. Chia. 1/3 of a cup apple cider vinegar. Going to give it that sharp cheddar flavor. 3/2 of a cup H2O. So you can use this chia container. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed the Irish moss. 1/2 a cup Irish moss. This is just a tiny bit more than half, but this is not going out for sale, so it doesn't have to be exact. Not going out for sale yet. 1/2 a cup nutritional yeast. 1/4. 2/4. 2 teaspoons Celtic salt. 1, 2, 1/2 teaspoon sodium bicarbonate, 1/4, 1/2, and then that's going to be it because this is the regular cheese flavor, not the pizza flavor. Blend. Okay. Now, hey Matt, yeah, thank you, sir. I was saying how this recipe has been, let's see, if I started training live food in 2006 and it's now 2022, this recipe is 16 years in the making. 16 years in the making to get DINO TRAX, bro. This recipe literally is everything to me. So, I'm really glad that you think it's a good recipe. And I'm just gonna try to get the camera up at an angle so that you can see me spread it. So I did the calculations. Basically, each blender full is 2 sheets, and then it looks like I have enough for one more batch today. So once I do that, I'm gonna do a little bit of a calculation and see what the macros are maybe, and what the price should be, or maybe I'll just design the label. I'm not exactly sure how much time I'm gonna have, because I do have to babysit. I have to be there at 10 a.m. and it's a little bit after 9 right now here in New York. So let's just see what happens. I'm just cleaning off the tamper into the blender. The tamper, aka the plunger. Okay, now I'll just estimate by eye an even split here. A little there. There. Okay, let's go back to this one. A little more. Back to this one. More. Close enough. Okay, so now we spread. Do this one first. You're gonna pull to one corner. Tease it out. Go to the next corner. once you get it all in the general shape of a square, you can start to go from corner to corner and get it as even as possible. The trick is to have the blade perfectly level so that it doesn't compress at an angle. Close enough. Alright, throw this in the dehydrator. Alright. In the dehydrator. Okay. Congratulations on 16 years. Thank you. You want to make a contribution of $50 if that's cool. That'd be great, man. You're gonna have to do a little bit of searching because my new website is different. I haven't updated like all the buttons and the contacts. So basically, if you want to get to my PayPal, go to Life Food Certified. That'd probably be the easiest way. Go to lifefoodcertified.com and if you click on the About page at the end, that's going to have my PayPal donate button. And make sure you put your address because I will send you DINO TRAX in exchange, okay? I appreciate that, man. You are the man. I probably actually still have your address, but send it to me anyway, just to make it easy. 1. You know what? I don't have to measure it because I can tell just by eye. This is 3 cups altogether. The recipe is 3 cups. Actually, it's 4 cups. Oh, geez. Alright, so this might be actually a little less than what I need. I wonder how much of a difference it's going to make. Let's see. I'll put everything with slightly less. Just a little bit. Because if I measure this in the Vitamix, I can see it's 3 cups. It's supposed to be 4 cups. So everything's got to be 3/4 then. So what's 3/4 of 3 cups? 3/4 of 3 cups. So 3/4 times 3 is 9/4, which is 2 1/4. So we're gonna go 2, 1, 2. Okay, and then 1/4. Just eyeball it. You know what, matter of fact, just throw that all in there. I wanted to get this recipe in this morning because tomorrow I'm going with my brother Zach to the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, and he's the one who said he would finance a product for a farmer's market. So I want to get these to be done by tomorrow, so I'll keep them going in the dehydrator today, and then tonight before bed I'll flip them over, and then so that would be another 10-12 hours dehydrating. So they should be kind of crispy. 1/2 cup Irish moss. There it is. So I'm gonna bring him some, you know, half of a cup chia. Okay. Now the chia, I'm going to, I think I'll just put it in right like this. I mean, it's not the best container, but I think it's fine. My only other option is a jar, but I don't think the jar is big enough. So I'll just put saran wrap over that. Alright, what's after chia? 1/3 cup ACV. Okay, 3/2 cup H2O. Now, there's less buckwheat, so I'm not going to do 3/2. I'm going to do 1 whole cup. So this is eyeball. 1 cup eyeballed. Alright, 1/2 cup nutritional yeast. quarter cup, half cup. Okay. 2 teaspoons salt. 1, 2, and half teaspoon sodium bicarbonate, quarter, half, and that is all she wrote for this batch. Make sure I get all the little pieces onto the blade so they blend. Alright, got 2 more trays here. This one I gotta wash. Oh, let's see. Sounds good, sounds fun. Found the donation link on the site. You said I made a contribution. You are the best. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it, brother. Just know, feel safe in knowing that your money is going to further the Master Luki mission of saving people from brain injury and junk food. We're gonna win. We're not gonna let them kill us anymore. kids either. All right. Split this up evenly. You know, part of my training in the native tradition with David was to learn about and appreciate the preciousness of all life. Because I was raised on action movies and, you know, video games, and combine that with the fighting, the brain injury, the idea that you have to hurt somebody else to win. And the spectrum disorder behavior that I had from being raised on grains and dairy. So I had to learn about Great Spirit in all things. From the bugs to the water to my enemies, perceived enemies. You know, the major one at that time was my wife. I wasn't thinking of her as part of God. And that's a situation that's not unique to me. All you have to do is look at how these big agribusinesses are polluting the air, polluting the ground, polluting the consciousness. For some sort of perceived profit. And it's a mindless system, a heartless system. The bottom line is what's important to the system. Because investors They don't think about these things. They don't think about the kids. They don't think about the future. They only care about the bottom line. But there is a growing push globally to change the way we invest. Guys like Klaus Schwab write books on it. Of course, we live in a dualistic universe, and Klaus Schwab is not the answer. The answer is not forcing people. But my people, my familia, we protect the people from the corrupt government, whether it's the elected officials or the unelected elite. And we do that by making you an offer you can't refuse. So my mission is to build Master Luki's League of Champions. To compete in Master Luki's League of Champions as a skinny vegetarian against all comers. How can he do it? How can he barely eat and still be competitive? I'm not saying I'm going to beat everyone, although I am, because my name's on the billboard. I win no matter what. And that's intelligence. I may not be the physically strongest. I started fighting at a relatively late age in my teens. I might be going up against people who've been fighting since they were 10. Or wrestling since they were 4. But can I survive that? How does he do it? And then they find out. It's the power of DINO TRAX. DINO TRAX brought me back from extinction. So that's where your money goes. Now I'm gonna do a quick calculation to see how much I have to charge. Satisfied. I watched the movie Elvis yesterday. I really liked it. Okay. 9:36. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna have time. Let me try anyway. Okay. 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 So what I'm gonna do is type in here. Buckwheat nutrition. Okay. Okay. So what do we got here? 1 cup of roasted, see, this is not roasted though. Buckwheat, we gotta put sprouted. Sprouted buckwheat groats. No, these are products. Sprouted buckwheat sprouts, nutrition facts. Here we go. Here's the list. Come on, man, really? Nutritional facts and recipe. Oh, hold on. Nope. Alright, we just have to go with the regular one. Pseudo cereals, yeah. See, it's not a seed. I mean, it's not a cereal. Oh, here we go. Nutritional nutrition facts for 3.5 cups to grams conversion. Excuse me, 1 cup is 128 grams. Okay. So, buckwheat. 4 cups times 128 grams equals, let's see, you got 480 plus 32 is 512? 512 grams, okay? Now, okay, for 100 grams of buckwheat is 13.3 grams of protein. So 100 grams equals 13.3 grams. So so in 100 you have 13.3. Okay, so hold on a second. Where's my algebra at? So 100 grams, so it's 100 is to over 13.3 as 512 is to x. So that's 100x equals 512 times 13.3, which is, let me use the calculator on this one, 512 times 13.3 equals, really? 6,810 10. We're going to round that up to 10. 6, 8. So then you're going to divide that by 100, which is 2 zeros. So it's 68 grams. Okay? So in 4 cups of buckwheat, there's 68 grams of protein. Then divided by 2 is 34 grams of protein. And then there's 9 slices. And so 34 divided by 9, we're going to round that up to 36 just to make it easy. So 9 times 4 is 36. So it's 4, each slice has 4 grams of protein from buckwheat. Okay. It's 9:41 now. I have to be babysitting at 10. So let me do just a little more calculation on buckwheat. Carbs, 71.5 grams. Sheesh. All right. So we got 100 over 71.5 equals 512 over x, right? Same formula. So it's 100x equals, calculator again, 71.5 times 512 is 36,608. So it's 366. 366 divided by 2 is 183 divided by 9. 183 divided by 9 equals 20. Approximately 20. Okay? Each slice has 20 grams carbs from buckwheat. All right? Team never quit. League of Champions. You know it, Matt. Let's see, fiber. Should we do fiber and fat? Let's do it. And calories. Okay? So 100 over, this is going to be fat. 3.4 equals 512 over x. 100x equals, 512 times 3.4 equals, okay, 1741 divided by 100 is 17. So 17 divided by 2 equals 8.5 divided by 9 equals 1 approximately. So each slice has 1 gram fat from buckwheat. Alright, and I'm gonna have to do this basically with the buckwheat and the pumpkin and maybe the chia, but I think that's gonna be so small it's negligible. I'll just estimate this for now to put on the label. And let me just do, what was that? That was fat. Okay, so now we'll do fiber. So fiber is 10 grams. So 10, let's see. So 10 is 5120. 51 divided by 2 is 25.5 divided by 9. 25.5 divided by 9 equals approximately 3. Each slice has 3 grams fiber from buckwheat. Okay, so we got fat, I'm just circling this, fiber, we got carbs, and we got protein. And now calories, the last one I'll do for now is calories. So it's 343. 100 over 343 equals 512 over x. So 100x equals 512 times 343, okay, which is 175,616, and that comes out to 1756 divided by 2. So we're going to 1756 divided by 2 equals 878 per thing, divided by 9 equals 97.5. We'll round it up to 98. 98 grams, 98 calories from buckwheat. Each piece, each DINO TRAX has 98 calories just from buckwheat. So this is a nutritionally dense food. Okay, and the last thing I'll do, because I gotta go babysit now, is I'll just show you what my vision is for the actual label, because the track is basically here. It's going to be a little less of an angle, so it's going to be more like that. Might still be too much of an angle, but it's going to be something like this, because you know I want it to be rectangular, but the idea is that, let's see, knees. Let's get up here. We're gonna go dinosaur footprint. Okay. So here you got a bunch. See, this one has 2 toes. That would be more like what I'm looking for. I don't think I'm gonna do 3 toes, although that's an option. I'll probably keep it to something which is more like this one here, if you could see. Something like this, you know? So the label is like, you got a pack of TRAX, and then on top of that is this design here. But what I do is basically I find something that looks like what I want, and then I'll hand draw it. So the last thing I'll show you here, this is my comic book business plan. So now that I have my app or my website, I'm going to all the gyms. On Tuesday, I'm going to Staten Island, and I'm gonna be teaching all day there, and hopefully they have Wi-Fi so that I can stream. This is my this is my 9 mythical beasts. I didn't put the final one, which is a statue. Here it is here. It's a golden lemur. I didn't put it because I didn't want to have 2 logos. See, I already have the big logo here, but then the golden lemur is actually holding another belt, and that's more like a statue. But this is what I'm going to be taking around. It's 16 pages, Matt. It's a 16-page business plan based on my mythical beasts. So the way that a business plan works is there's specific documents that they want. Let me just show you here. There's specific documents in order. So you have your executive summary, your products, your programs, your services, your marketing plan, your operational plan, impact plan, financial plan, and appendix. So I'm gonna kind of like translate that into 16 pages, which is 8 pages folded. And so you have things like the executive summary. Okay? So the executive summary would be whoops. The executive summary is something shoot, my memory is full on my computer. Dang. My executive summary is something like this. The cover. Okay? Now the inside cover, no head contact, no finishing, score of 1 to 100. Example, you got 2 fighters there. So that's kind of like the executive summary. You see what I'm doing? And then products, programs, and services. Now we're getting into the mythical beasts. Okay, so you have the white belt. Now this is actually 2 pages. So I have to get another page, and then this is going to be, so you have the cover, the inside cover, page 1. This is page 2 and 3 folded. So this, fold goes down the middle. And then this is the first half. You have the bull pegasus, that's a white belt, teaches fitness. The land shark, that's the first color stripe on your belt, that's self-defense. The living phoenix is a belt with a colored belt with a white stripe down the middle. That's combinations of striking, combinations of grappling, and combinations of exercises like circuit training. Yeah, it's might take a while, but I have a lot of these concepts for these 16 pages because I've been making these books for a long time. So I have a bunch of different pages. For example, I have a whole book of the bull pegasus. I have a whole book of the land shark. I have a whole book of the living phoenix. Those are already finished. But then there's also, one of the pages is going to be a catalog. One of the pages might be sword fighting. I haven't figured it all out yet. There's definitely going to be exercise log, accessories catalog, apparel, target exercise. That's one. Let's see. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But I just wanted to show you the mythical beast. There's the flying spider, and this is how it goes like this. The four-armed werewolf. This is the first time I've ever actually drawn all of them. The four-armed werewolf, which is what I am now. I'm training to get my dragon boa. That's a black belt with a colored stripe. So this is the 1st degree black belt. I'm training for my 2nd degree black belt. Then there's the DINO croc. Then there's the king bear. And then there's the magic lion. So black belt, 2nd degree black belt, class A fighter. This is like the best rank that you could be as far as your skills. And then you get into teaching. The king bear is teaching. And then the magic lion is more like managing a dojo or an academy or something like that. And then the last rank, which is the golden lemur, that's an investor. You're welcome, Matt. I'm glad you appreciate it, and that's why I showed you. Lucas says, Grand Rising to you too, sir. I am seeing ML layering in the DINO TRAX logo along the edges as well, Master Luki. How about you? Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Is it kind of like hidden in the footprint? That'd be cool. Yeah, it's something that you can't really talk about with the general public about being kind of like touched touched by God's hand. I would say maybe we could say something like I'm very creative, but then that's thinking that it's actually coming from me, when in actuality it's coming through me. You know, as we explain God as the ether or 0 point energy or great spirit. You know, this these designs are coming through me. So I'm sure it'll come to me. But if you want to send me an idea of what you're thinking of, you know, like a sketch or whatever, that'd be cool. But I'll think about it for sure. You know, and oh, my knee's cramping. Let me get up. Mm, 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 mm. Go get another keyboard so I don't have to keep standing up and typing up on this thing. But yeah, so we're on page 3 of 16. And I guess that's a metaphor for where I am in this nonprofit journey. So I'll be back for the news tonight. I'm sorry that last night I was just so tired from training every day, not eating. I was sore as a mofo. So I just laid down at 8 o'clock, couldn't get up. I fell asleep, and also ate yesterday, so that's another reason why I couldn't get up. But I'll be back for the news tonight. I am going to eat. I'm going to make some DINO cheese for dinner. I got some mushrooms that I'm going to steam. I'm going to slice up 3 cucumbers, a red onion, mushrooms, and DINO cheese. So that'll be my dinner tonight. I might stream that, but I'll definitely stream the news. Maybe I'll do both. And now I'm going to go babysit. Then I'm going to clean the mat. Then I'm going to teach. Then I'm going to train. And I'll see you later. Over and out. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.